Hello gentlemen, I hope everyone is doing well. So, F-16C for Israel. It's lighter than the F-16D we already had, and also it gets A version AMRAAMs and 240 countermeasures. It's the same amount as F-15 aircraft in game, so that's pretty nice. So without further ado, let's try it out. Splashed my engine? Bruh. I'm literally dead. Oh, hey J10. Hold this, my boy. Ha! Goddamn! So I wanted to do a little tutorial for you people who might not know about this feature in your radar. You see the line to the right of the radar scan zone? This is basically the optimal range for your missile. The closer it gets to the solid green, the higher chance your AMRAAM will have at hitting its target. Basically, it shows the current probability, which also accounts for your heading and also the heading of your target. I usually try to look as close as possible to have the maximum probability of killing something. It's not the same as MA or minimum abort range, so even if you have somebody in green, it doesn't mean that it will kill them 100% of the time. And even if you're talking about MA, for example, for an AMRAAM, it's around 10 miles or 13 kilometers, your enemy still has Chaff and might dodge that way, or straight up run your missile into the ground. Basically, those lines indicate the range at which the missile will have enough speed to hit the target, but if nothing changes. So let's talk about the Israeli F-16C. It's a decent plane overall and one of the top F-16s currently present in game. Why? Basically the amount of countermeasures. For some people it might seem like it's no big deal, because F-16D already had 180 countermeasures, but the ability to carry 240, that's the same as F-15 by the way, on a lighter airframe and with AMRAAMs is definitely an upgrade. Of course, your matchmaker is not as good as US F-16C, and also your engine is weaker compared to it, but it's manageable. I've tried using derbies for a few games and I can definitely say that AMRAAMs are better. They are straight up more reliable. Yes, derbies way less, and yes, they pull more max Gs if we were to look at a stat card, but honestly, I haven't had a situation where I would prefer having derby equipped over AIM-120. And also I'm biased because I can't pronounce the name of that missile. Alright, I've got for you one of the most scuffed 6-kill games I had. Why scuffed? You'll see. The beginning of the game is standard. I climbed to around 5k to maybe get a long range kill. I let off my first AMRAAM at around 25 kilometers. As soon as the missile goes speedball, I start defending. To be frank, dropping Chaff right now is pointless, because the missile will not reach me anyway, and the angle isn't correct for chaffing. So I'm basically wasting Chaff. I spot some aircraft going low to the right and decide to commit to fire off my remaining AMRAAMs. And I cut to landing. None of my 4 AMRAAMs hit anything and the enemy still has a lot of jets. I was close to the forward airfield, so my thinking was that if I was left alone without my teammates, I'd need Fox 3s to do anything. That was the right call, because right after the takeoff, I was left alone against 7 planes. Okay, 6. And a missile for Su-27. Another one for F-20. First SU is dead, and the F-20 is gonna eat it too. That's 4 enemy planes left to deal with. I'm getting locked up by an F-15. I'm gonna stay low to the ground and try to missile him out of the air. He dodges my AMRAAM, I dodge 2 of his, and I almost get cut in half by his gun. So he came into the fight pretty slow, and I came into the fight pretty fast. The best thing for me is to add some vertical into my maneuver. That is what I'm doing to lose some speed and start a raid fight. I'm trying to keep my speed at around 600 to 650 to get an optimal turn rate. And yeah boy, F-15 does the worst mistake possible. He decides to run from an aircraft with missiles. This is one of the most common mistakes I see, not sticking to the fight. If you are already in a dogfight, don't leave it just because your opponent is beating you right now. Everything can change with one mistake. And in his case, he could have beaten me, but decided to get some separation, which instantly lost him the fight. Something Soviet launches an R-77 at me. I'm trying to find the jet with my HMS. And that SU that shot at me decides to engage some AI targets, thinking probably that I was an AI too. Or I don't know what he was thinking, but he basically gave me a free Fox 3 on him. At this time of the match only 2 aircraft remain, so I start tracking towards the enemy airfield and looking at my RWR. I've also turned off my radar, because I only have M left. There is basically no point in having it give away my position against 2 opponents. I get an F-15 ping on my RWR and start tracking towards it. And here it is, the most scuffed head-on with an F-15 and a yak that decides he wants to go head-on while being vertical with an F-16 that has no wing. I pop a ground attack order and fly around the map, avoiding an F-15 to land and repair. I'm nowhere near being an aerospace engineer, but the F-16 in War Thunder handles stupidly well with only one wing. I fly a little bit with my radar off, orienting only on his radar pings, because he basically never turned off his radar. And when I'm close enough, I start looking for him with my TWS mode. I'm basically waiting for a perfect range to start an engagement, because he's not interested in engaging me first. And missile gets him. That's the game. It's done. Thank you for watching, gentlemen. Don't forget to leave a like and drop a comment on what I should fly next. See you soon. Goose out.
Commentary.